Hello. Please feel free to put your video on, and yeah, we are just gonna buckle up with some safety instructions for this journey as we board the plane. So just some slides here that help us create a safe space. Nice if you can, yeah, put your video on, as we mentioned. There's some tweeting opportunities, and we also have some links for you to join the community and send feedback on this particular session. We'll post those in the chat very shortly. And then, yeah, Verla, would you like to play the video that gives us a little jingle to get started? Welcome. Hold, please.
Catalyst 2030 started life as a WhatsApp group among social entrepreneurs, connecting to envision real transformational change. Launched at the World Economic Forum in January 2020, it's grown into a global movement accelerating change to ensure the SDGs are reached by 2030. Fueled by passion, our 550 members working in 175 countries have collectively put in an amazing 50,000 volunteer hours, touching the lives of 2 billion people. And we're driven by values, to which we hold ourselves accountable. 2020 was a busy year, co-creating 3 reports with partners and producing one of our own. Inviting high-level guests to participate in the Catalyzing Change campaign, hosting fireside chats and expert hours, which will be continuing in 2021. To celebrate our achievements, together we placed our supporters in the limelight with the first Catalyst 2030 Awards for Systemic Change. With the blessing of the Dalai Lama, we celebrated finalists and winners in the following categories: special recognition for our early supporters, individual philanthropists, donor organizations, philanthropic intermediaries, corporate organizations, bi- and multilateral organizations, and 4 regional winners in the category of national governments. And now on to Catalyzing Change Week 2021. During this social entrepreneur-led event, we bring together diverse stakeholders in over 100 sessions to showcase their systems change efforts and the best practices that can accelerate our work in pursuit of the SDGs.
Well, apologies for a little gremlin there, but hopefully the audio was good enough to get a sense of what it is. And I think on the website we'll have the proper video. I know you're all dying to see that. But with that, I shall hand over to our wonderful guest, Tripura. Please, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone. Tripura here, and it would be great if all of you can switch on your cameras, because this is going to be a workshop on creative movement, and I hope, Nick, you're going to participate in it, and Tim and Veerle. That'll be great. Yeah. So do we wait for some more time, Nick, or do we just start off?
We can have some chat if we like. Just maybe typing in the chat what your name, where you're calling from, what's happening, how you're feeling, what your energy level is like, something like that. But we should really get started. Yeah, I was going to say about 5 minutes past, which we're at this point.
Okay. All right, let's get started. So, you know, I kind of joined the Ashoka Fellowship a long back, maybe in 1992. Yeah, and I was given the fellowship for my work in dance therapy. And that's when I came in contact with something called creative movement. Yeah, and the whole idea of creative movement is to move in the way that you feel like. So there are no rules, there are no regulations of how a movement needs to look. Yeah, it's like where you explore your own personal movement language, and you learn to express your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts through that personal movement language. I'm also a contemporary dancer, choreographer, and I've done a lot of work in the field of dance therapy. Yeah, and so today we're going to experience um, what is creative movement, and how can it kind of get you to express whatever you're feeling or whatever you're thinking. Yeah, so we're going to begin with a very slow warm up. Yeah, just to warm up the body, just to get the body going, and then we'll get into some movement activities which can be used with any group, children, adults, the elderly, you know, people with special needs, neurotypical children. You can use it with almost any group. So let's do a small warm up, and I'd like to request Mansi and Dhriti to stand up, and all of you in fact can stand up, because that way you can involve different parts of your body. It's kind of funny to sit on a chair and try to move the whole body. So let's maybe I'm just going to sit down because I'm trying to play the music, etc. But Dhriti and Mansi are students of mine, and they will demonstrate for you whenever you get lost a bit. Okay. All right. So let's begin with just moving our head in different ways with the music. Okay. All right. Move the way you feel like. Yeah. Just the head. And let's go on to our shoulders. Just move your shoulders the way you feel like. Shoulders. And your elbows now. Find different ways of moving your elbows. And your wrists and your fingers. And now your upper body, yeah, the whole of your upper body. And now your hips. Move your hips the way you feel like. And your knees. Find different ways of articulating your knees. And go on to your feet. Find different ways of moving your feet. And now move your whole body, every part of your body interacting with each other, each body part interacting with each other. Okay, please bring your movement to a close and you can sit down again. So this was a warm-up. It was just to wake up the body to be able to respond to more movement. And so my first class in creative movement was really a strange one. The teacher said, okay, here's silence, here's space, and do whatever you want to do with it. Move the way you feel like. And I just froze because I had no idea what she's talking about. And I had no idea what is free movement. Yeah, because I had been trained in Indian classical dance, which is very structured like ballet. And, so it was really difficult for me to move freely. But once I began to move freely, I kind of got in touch with a lot of feelings that I wanted to express, my movement vocabulary increased, my movement language expanded, and I was able to express myself through the body better. So I'd like you to look at this as a kind of also a body movement, a body language class, yeah, a session. Because when we talk, we're not just talking with words, right? We are speaking with our whole body. We are also absorbing people's body languages. And the whole idea is, can you be as free with your movement as you are with speaking? Yeah. So what we're going to do is, in creative movement, we have something called a movement activity basket, in which there are hundreds and hundreds of activities. And we're going to do some of them today for you to experience what it means to be creative with your own body, with your own movement, etc. Yeah. So the next thing, the next exercise we're going to do is a icebreaker. It's a movement icebreaker. I like to call it that. And it's a nice way of breaking ice with your body. Yeah. And also breaking ice with others, especially when you're in a studio space. But since we are all online, we'll make the best of it. Okay. So it's a very simple exercise. I just want you to follow your finger wherever it goes, with your eyes, with your face. You can do it sitting down, and just follow your finger wherever it goes. Okay. And I'm going to find music for you. Let's go. And for now, just use one finger, okay, of the right hand or the left hand. And this time, I'd like you to get out of your chairs when you follow your finger, okay? So the finger will get you out of your chair. You can move wherever you want in the room, and use your body to follow the finger, not just the face, but also your whole body, okay? And remember that space is divided into three levels: high level, mid level, low level, and it's also divided into different directions: front, sides, back, etc. So I'd like you to move in these different levels and directions using your finger and your body moving with the finger. Okay. All right, let's go. You can travel through your room. You go wherever you want. Yeah, keep traveling. Go through your room. And this time you have two fingers. Okay, and each finger has a mind of its own. You can decide where the fingers want to go. They're going in their own ways, they're going in their own separate ways, but your body can decide which finger it wants to follow. All right. So this time you have two fingers to follow and you decide which finger you want to go with. Let's go. And now let the fingers speak with each other. Yeah. Let them have a conversation with each other as the next part of the music comes on. So it's like one part of the body is having a conversation with another. Yeah. And now hook your fingers together like this. Yeah. Hook your fingers together and make a circle of love around your body. Yeah. So it's a circle of love that you're making around your body. Okay, thank you for that. Please come back to your spaces to sit. So this whole thing of creative movement, I found it really useful when I was working with children in schools. Yeah, because it was a way to get them away from very structured learning. It was a way to let them be free to explore their bodies, and the finger pencil really became a favorite because it not only they had fun with it, but I think they also began to kind of increase their concentration. Like when you're paying attention to something, yeah, they really enjoyed that, just paying attention to their finger and letting their bodies move in different ways. What did you feel when we had different parts, right? We began with one finger, then we were sitting in our own places, then we moved around, and then we had two fingers. We were letting the fingers speak to each other, and at the end of it, we made a circle of love around the body. What did you feel? Any um, one word or whatever you felt?
Unblocked.
You felt unblocked. Yeah, that's a good word to begin with. Thanks, Nick. What else? Free, okay. Unblocked, free. And I think it also unfreezes the body a bit, like Nick said, gets you out of the feeling of stuckness. And yes, through playful movement, the body suddenly is much more alive. Yeah, I don't know how it is for you guys out there. It must be much better. But right now in India, because of the pandemic, because of the lockdown, a lot of people are really stuck in their houses, not able to move. So I've been doing a lot of online sessions, in fact, on creative movement to just get people to move, and they really enjoy that, even a small amount of movement a day. And what we've done is we've made that people do every day for about half an hour. They just put on music and they go through all these activities that we do, and so it's become quite something that they look forward to. And we've opened up, in fact, creative movement to different kinds of people who've kind of been COVID survivors, COVID warriors, frontline workers, people who've lost their loved ones, and are really in deep grief, and also people who had COVID and managed to kind of get out there and working with other people. So something like creative movement has really energized people. Yeah, it's really got them going. And um, movement is also not always about free movement, but we can also look at something that can be connected to our culture, for example. Yeah, like in Indian dance, we have a lot of hand gestures through which we communicate. And so till now, we were doing a lot of gross motor movement, big movement. So now let's try small movements with the fingers. Yeah. And in Indian dance, we have different kinds of hand gestures. Yeah. There are quite a lot. There are about 75 or something like that. So we're not going to go through all that, but we're going to just explore some gestures, yeah, that maybe you can memorize. And and these gestures came in very useful to me when I was working with hearing impaired children, because with hearing impaired children, they had the sign language that was very close to what we are going to do next. And in that sense, I found a channel of communication to work with them. And much later, when I had an accident, I would do all these gestures to strengthen my fingers. And the fingers really opened up and they became much stronger because of this particular exercise that I've developed. And I also used these gestures with the elderly population, yeah, and because they're arthritic, it's a good way for them to get to open and close their fingers. So that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to, and happy birthday, Thomas. Very good to have you here. Enjoying movement. Yeah, happy birthday. So whenever we want to clap, since you can't hear people on Zoom, let's give Thomas love showers. Yeah, so these are the love showers for Thomas. Okay. All right. So let's memorize some gestures. Yeah. And you can look at Mansi, you can look at Dhriti, so that in case you forget. Yeah. I'm going to give you 7 gestures that you memorize. And if you don't memorize, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And we're going to do it to Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti, but we're going to do the Indian version of the Do Re Mi. All right. Okay, but first let's try and memorize these gestures. Okay, this is 1. Can you do this? 1. Great, looks lovely. 2. Yeah, beautiful. The first 2 fingers, Daisy. Right, right. 3, 4. The third finger. The third finger. Yeah, yeah, you got it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. So you learned 8 gestures. Okay. Let's try it again. Yeah. And then we'll do it to music. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try it with both hands. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're just playing with the same 8 gestures, okay? So I'm just going to take you through it. You just have to watch and then we'll try it with music, okay? So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's try it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, great. Let's have some fun. So what's 1? Do you remember 1? Good. 2. Yeah, great. 3. Yeah, good, Thomas. 3. 4. Yeah, great, Gary. 4. Very good. 5, 6, 7, 8. With both hands. 1. Just one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. Now let's try it with music. And it's a little fast, but it's okay. I mean, do as much as you can. Yeah, it's not I'm just going to show it to you and you can practice it on your own. Yeah. So I'm going to find the music for you. Okay, here goes. I know it's fast. I know that, but this is what we do. We try to do it with the sargam, so it also becomes a memory and sequencing exercise, especially for children who have trouble memorizing things. And and this is a lot of fun for them because they got to look at their fingers, they got to try to memorize them. Yeah. So let's do it one more time. It's okay if you don't get it, but just the experience of doing it. I'll do it with you. The first time we do it only with one hand, and the second time we do it with both the hands. All right. Okay. Let's try. Ready? Sorry, we're not ready. Okay. Let him sing it for some more time and then we'll start again. Let him just sing. Yeah. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so this is what we do, and then once children get hold of these gestures, they also learn to communicate stories and the way they're feeling. So now forget these gestures, okay? And I'm going to just throw some movement words at you, like rain, like water. I'll just throw some words at you, and it'll be great if you can just express those with your hands. Okay? All right? Yeah? Do whatever you feel like, in fact. So I'm going to find some music for that. Okay, let's begin with rain. Find different ways of expressing rain. Okay, clouds. Clouds in the sky.
Fire.
Fire. Yeah. Okay. Breeze. Breeze. And water. Water. Okay, thank you. This was just to kind of say that, you know, you don't need to know dance to express all this, right? You used your own movement vocabulary to express different ways of the rain falling down or the clouds floating. It was all your expression. So that's the idea, that how do we build movement in people's bodies? Yeah. So it's not just about putting on music and say move freely, but it's about how do you structure these experiences so that slowly the movement, people don't get scared of movement, but rather they receive it with a lot of pleasure, with a lot of love, with a lot of wanting to do it rather than feeling the pressure of needing to do it. So now, um, and usually I take people through three stages in creative movement. The first stage is movement building or movement seeding. So you're seeding movement into people's bodies. And the second stage is movement exploration. So you explore movement, you have fun with it, you take pleasure in it. And the third stage is movement expression, where you begin to express maybe your thoughts, your feelings. It kind of goes a little deeper into what you want to express. So those are the three parts, in ways that we work with people. And yes, that's true, Nick. A lot of people, have forgotten how to move. Yeah. Now, I think, especially now, the only movement that's available for us is actually our fingers, thanks to our smartphones, because the rest of the body is forgotten. It's the mind and the smartphone. So I think, yeah, that's my mission in life, to get people to move, in any way, it doesn't matter. And so now let's do something really fun. We're going to imagine that our body is a paintbrush. Okay. So to begin with, we're going to use our right hand to paint the space around the body. So imagine the space around the body is your canvas. Okay. And you're going to paint the space with whatever color you want, with whatever shape, form, size, anything at all. Yeah. So again, you'll have to get out, stand up, and so that your whole body is involved, and just paint the space around you with your right hand. Okay. Let's go. use your left hand and see what's the difference between the right and the left. Use your left hand. And now use both your hands to paint the space around you. And now use your legs to paint. Just like the way you did with your hands, paint with your legs. Use your legs to paint. And now use different parts of your body to paint. The hands, the legs, every part of your body to paint. Okay, beautiful. Please come and sit down. Okay, before we go ahead, just one or two more activities. Do you have any questions you want to ask? Is there anything that you want to ask, or something that maybe wasn't very clear? Any questions at all? So generally, yeah, Thomas, you want to go?
No, I was just no questions.
Ah, good. Okay. So generally, a session is divided into different parts. So we begin with the warm-up, and then we have something called a theme development, where you take a theme and you build movement around that. So it can be even the theme of anything that's going on around you. The lockdown can be the theme, the pandemic can be the theme, grief, expression of emotions, anything at all can become a theme around which you build the activities. And the third part is usually verbalization, where you verbalize what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what did you experience as you did an exercise. And the fourth part is a cool down. Just like you warmed up the body, you also cool down the body. Yeah. So those are generally the different parts of a session that people go through. Yeah. And so now we're going to look at some fun things to do. And we're going to look at statues. Okay. Just making different kinds of statues. Yeah. So when I say one, just create a statue with your body. When I say two, create a statue. So just change the statue of your body each time. Okay. And I'm going to count from 1 to 8. Yeah. Ready? You can do this sitting down. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I can see you're thinking what to do next. All right. So this time I'm going to be a little faster, and I'd like you not to think, but just let your body spontaneously do whatever shape it wants to do. Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, very good. And this time, I'm going to again say 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to, in fact, hit the drum. Just wait till I get the drum. I'm going to hit this drum. And with each count, I'd like you to express how you've been feeling for the past few days. Okay, so you're going to express it through the statue. Yeah, I'm sure all of us have had mixed feelings in the past few days. So we're going to look at, that a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to hit the drum, and you get into a statue of any feeling that you've been feeling for the maybe a past 1 week or something like that. Yeah. Okay, those were beautiful statues. Yeah, very beautiful. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on music, and I'd like you to kind of move the way you've been feeling for the past few days. So this time you did it through statues, but maybe the statues can be connected to each other in some ways. Yeah. So this time it's movement. So move the way you've been feeling for the past few days. You can even close your eyes. If you don't want to be watching other people, you can just close your eyes, open your eyes, whatever you feel like doing, and express how you've been feeling through movement. Yeah. I'm just finding music. Let's go. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. Uh, so we're kind of nearing the end of the session. So we're going to just end with gratitude ritual where you just put your hands together and you let this namaskar go wherever it wants to go. You can let it go anywhere, yeah. But as you're closing your eyes and moving this namaskar, maybe you're thinking of everything that you're grateful for that you have in your life. Okay, so that's how we're going to end the session, with very slow music and letting the namaskar go wherever it feels like going, but thinking about everything that you're grateful for. Okay, thank you very much. That was beautiful. Very nice way to end the workshop. And thank you so much for all your participation. And I put my website, in the chat. So if you want to know more about the kind of work I do, please visit the website. Yeah. So thank you very much. And I'll see you again sometime. Yeah. Thank you so much, Thomas, for that compliment. And yeah, Weedley, that's how you pronounce the name. Thank you for supporting this.
Thank you so much, Tripura, for this wonderful session. It was lovely to join. I sent some extra information in the chat if anyone wants to follow up with that. And yeah, thank you all so much for participating in this session.
Thank you so much. That was lovely.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Nancy, for assisting. Thank you very much. See you again in another session. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Take care and stay safe. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Likewise. Thank you.